What's going on YouTube? Welcome to another edition of Professor Fessor's franchise. Today we're talking about Zack Snyder's Justice League, the true version of Justice League, and better than that piece of crap version in 2017. And it certainly was better than this. The movie that we saw in 2017 was not the true version. There were some things going on behind the scenes. Zack Snyder unfortunately could not finish the movie, and Joss Whedon had to finish it for him, and the results we got were crap. Fans hated it, they wanted the Zack Snyder cut, and we got it on HBO Max, and I am thrilled to say that this one is so much better than the original. Just to let everybody know, there will be spoilers at the end of the video after I reveal my grade, so just to let everybody know, if you want to stick around, that's awesome. If you don't, you are warned. So the synopsis of this movie follows the original wire to wire, except this one has a little bit more of a cohesive story. Everything starts to make sense. There's backstory involved for all the other characters, which I wish we'd saw in the original. You start to see a little bit more with Cyborg and how complex his character is, how he was a football player, he gets in a nasty car accident, his mother passes away, and you really start to care about Cyborg as well as the Flash, because you start to see why the Flash is doing what he's doing, his father's in jail, and you really start to care for the secondary Justice Leaguers, and it makes them more important than they did in the 2017 version. There's also good reason for the mother boxes being awakened this time. It's almost like they know after the death of Superman, after his screams woke them up, they now realize that Earth is defenseless. So they shout to Darkseid and Steppenwolf and let them know that Earth is defenseless, there's no Kryptonian, there's no Superman. So while this is going on, Batman decides to recruit the Justice League. So while that's going on, Batman recruits the Justice League because he discovers that the world needs somebody or some people while Superman is dead. So he recruits the Flash and Aquaman, while Wonder Woman recruits Cyborg. That's when the story really branches out and shows most of the backstory that we were missing in the 2017 version. You see more of Cyborg, you see more of the Flash, you see a little bit more of Aquaman, which I didn't really need because there was plenty of stuff that we saw in the Aquaman movie, which I know it was made after this technically, but to me I just didn't feel it was needed, so it was just, it would have been best if it was cut completely because it just didn't really matter to me. The underwater sequences just didn't really fit except a few times, but to me, I would have done away with that. So after all the League has been recruited, they go after Steppenwolf and things go bad and they decide that the League is not complete without Superman. So just like in the 2017 version, they bring him back to life. Then what happens is a complete turnaround to what we saw in 2017. You actually care why Superman becomes who he becomes, and you start to see the kind of character Superman was supposed to be in this movie, because you really see the hero in Superman. It's the type of character that we should have seen a long time ago with Superman. You know, he's the big boy in blue, or in this case, black suit, because his solar suit is in this movie. You never see the red and blue except in passing. So it was a really nice change of costume for Superman. So you really start to see the kind of hero Superman should have become a long time ago. And it really, I gotta give Henry Cavill a lot of credit for playing Superman the way he did in this movie, which, like Henry Cavill as Superman at all, I don't think he's a good Superman, but he actually played the part very, very well in this movie. So the movie ends with a big fight, you know, the normal superhero stuff. Now I'm going to give you my thoughts on the movie. Like I said, the plot does follow the original wire to wire. It's more cohesive though, there's more backstory, there's more heart, there's more soul. Makes me care about the characters, so I gotta give that a positive notice. The action sequences were much better, they were better choreographed, there was more blood, more violence, and it made it so good and so exciting to watch because there was a lot of slow motion effects, which is perfect for a Zack Snyder movie. So I gotta give the fight sequences another positive note. Performances were much better in this movie. Ben Affleck was a lot more committed. Ray Fisher was a scene stealer. So was Ezra Miller. Both of those two were the heart of the movie. Cyborg more than the Flash. The Flash was more of a comedic person in this movie, which I expected, but Cyborg was definitely the heart and soul of this movie. So the performances, another positive notice. Now the runtime, of this movie. Yes, the movie is 4 hours long, but it did not bother me whatsoever, so I gotta give that a positive notice because to me, 4 hours long, it didn't really matter because it felt like a 2.5 hour movie. I love movies that are 3 hours, 4 hours. They don't bother me. Avengers Endgame was 3 hours long. This one, 4 hours. Did not matter. It made the movie the way it was. It was what needed to be for this movie to be complete. It needed to be done for Zack Snyder's vision to be shown. So yes, it needed to be 4 hours long, and it was awesome. There really isn't anything negative about the movie, even though, yes, the plot was the same in the 2017 version. So if there is anything negative I can say about it is the fact that it was the same plot. We all knew it was going to happen. So that was really the only negative. Other than that, the movie was a very, very good movie. All in all, I have to give Zack Snyder's Justice League an A-. Performances from all the actors, great direction from Zack Snyder, a much, much better movie than the 2017 crap that we got. Just an all-around much better movie and a lot more watchable movie. Here comes the spoiler alert part. So, if you want to stick around, feel free. But if you want to avoid spoilers, stop the video now. So at the end, they're fighting Steppenwolf, the League, and then something weird happens. They fail. I know. I couldn't believe it either. So they end up failing. Darkseid shows up, and you see Darkseid a lot more in this movie, which is another positive notice I gotta give, because I wanted to see more of Darkseid, because he's the big bad of the Justice League. So you gotta have him in it. So you see him, and the Justice League fails. They fail to stop the mother boxes from synchronizing. Then the Flash does something that we should have seen a long time ago, is he messes with time. He time travels back about a minute before they fail, and he makes sure the League succeeds. So, the mother boxes have no longer synchronized, Steppenwolf has failed, the League has won, and then they kill him by chopping off his head, what Wonder Woman does. They kill him, and his head lands at the feet of Darkseid, and the Boom 2 portal closes. And Darkseid decides to go after the League to Earth with his armada, and it sets up a Justice League Part 2, which unfortunately we're not going to get, but you know, a lot of people think this is the end of the movie. Well, it's not. There's a nightmare sequence that features Batman, Cyborg, Flash, Mira, Deathstroke, and Jared Leto's Joker. This scene between Batman and Joker is the most intense and adult sequence I've ever seen these two in. There's constant bickering, there's swearing, there's finger pointing at each other. Joker talks about the death of Robin. Batman tells about the death of Harley Quinn. They pretty much tell each other that they're going to kill each other, and Batman says the F-bomb, and I'm just like, whoa, buddy. So like I said, this was probably the most adult and intense scene I've ever seen these two in, which goes to show you how intense it was and how it sets up another Justice League movie and possibly a third, but unfortunately we're probably not going to get it because of things, you know. The nightmare sequence ends after a corrupt the nightmare sequence ends with a corrupt Superman going after the group, and Bruce Wayne wakes up from this nightmare. Again, you think the movie is over. Well, it's not. You see Martian Manhunter. Yes, Martian Manhunter finally makes an appearance. He actually makes an appearance earlier on in the movie, but this scene that he's in just makes it so cool because I've been waiting for this character for a while. I watched the animated show. He was one of my favorite characters. So to see him finally in this movie is awesome. And then finally, after 4 hours, the movie ends. After reviewing this movie, I gotta give Zack Snyder a lot of credit. 2 thumbs up for finishing this movie. Really, really sticking with his vision. And I really hope that he would love to make a second and third Justice League for HBO Max. I would definitely watch it. I know a lot of people would around the world. He definitely deserves it after this great, great movie. So I got to give him nothing but credit. And also, Ray Fisher as Cyborg really stole the show. He put a lot of heart and soul into Cyborg. And he was a scene stealer. And I got to give him a lot of credit. And it just made the movie so much better. So all in all, a very solid movie. So there you have it. There are my thoughts on Zack Snyder's Justice League. So as I close the video, leave me one of these. Hit that subscribe button. Class is dismissed. Thank you so much for joining Professor Fessers Franchise.